I think this batch is probably not going to be that much of a hassle. It wasn't even that much of a hassle to get these episodes, which is surprising, considering how much of a hassle the last few episodes have been with acquiring the episodes. All of these episodes were on YouTube, and for everyone on YouTube trying to say that, hey, all of these episodes are available on the Moomin channel, go look at the channel. There is a lot of episodes missing. I understand that a lot of the episodes are there, and that's where I'm getting most of these episodes, but a lot of them are missing, so I have to search for them elsewhere. I wouldn't be doing it if I wouldn't be having to search elsewhere if all of the episodes were on YouTube, but they're not. I'm not gonna worry about that. Hopefully this 5-episode batch won't cause me any issues, because being able to get these episodes from YouTube has been honestly a blessing, and a blessing in general. Either way, we're gonna get into episode 46, Dame Elaine. Dame Elaine! Anyway, I'm gonna not be dumb. That's a lie. Mood.
This is slightly boring.
No, it's a lot boring. I want something interesting.
I know. We should go away on a long trip.
Must be great to travel all over.
Okay.
My word, what an odd-looking person.
You look shifty.
This person has no chin.
Good day to you all. I believe you wanted to see me?
I seriously
Correct.
can't tell if this...
I fear that I am the bearer of sad tidings. Sir Gaylord Gobble has passed away. Sir who? Don't you know your own relatives, Moomin Papa? Not that one. Is he one of yours?
No, I don't believe I ever heard that name.
I tend to forget that
the right man.
Gaylord is
We
actually
had quite a job finding you, Mr. Moomin Papa.
is
What with
actually
one
a
thing and
name.
another, it's taken me the best part of 5 years of hard work to track you down at last. You will appreciate
man
that
looks
legal
like a pencil. I can't tell if he has no chin or a really pointy one.
Sole inheritor. Inheritor? This list itemizes his estate. If you will kindly affix your signature, we will have discharged our legal duty and the inheritance will be all yours. I think you will find that the upkeep of the property will be a great duty and challenge. A great duty? Take it back. I don't like duties. Well, it's your own loss, but I must say this is all highly irregular.
I'm so sorry. We never seem to do what's expected of us.
Oh, by the way, Moomin Papa, I don't suppose I should say this, but you might have made a wise choice not to take Gobble Manor. Oh? That's right. You see, no one has taken care of the place these past 5 years now, and rumor has it that Gobble Manor is haunted.
Oh,
Haunted?
we got ghosts? Give us a haunted house episode.
And a torture chamber.
Torture chamber?
If you looked hard enough for them, the house is a mess. And the garden doesn't bear mentioning. Dreadful.
What do you mean?
Nobody has weeded it for years, and as you can imagine, over time it has become almost impassable, a veritable jungle.
Jungle?
Jungle?
I understand scary noises can be heard from it.
How about that?
Huh?
Sounds a pretty exciting.
I was gonna say.
Romantic castle covered with climbing roses.
A ghost in armor with his head under his arm.
Don't like ghosts much, but the jungle sounds great.
Let's go there, Papa.
Yes, let's go.
Leave
I
it.
want to see if a ghost's armor is transparent.
Leave it to them.
Oh, I think we should go and take a look. I'm sure you just love it, dear.
Yes, let's go.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh, an opulent estate? No thanks. You say it's haunted and overgrown? Now you're talking.
Sir Gaylord.
Oh, this is new music.
A little grander than Moomin House anyway.
Ooh.
Wow, gee, animals.
Cows, shoops.
All the lovely animals.
Hey, I can
Who's-
see the house from here.
Who's tending to these animals, though? Are they just wild?
Why don't you run along to your sty now and stay out of the way?
Someone help Sniff.
Whoa!
Yet again with the designs, that is a very cute cow. Jooks! Sniff has the worst luck.
Seem to have reverted to their wild state.
That can't be bad. We'll have a proper jungle with man-eating sheep.
Man-eating sheep? If they're domestic, they'd probably need a shearing.
You're doing very well, Sniff.
I don't want to do well.
Oh dear, poor Sniff.
And there's nobody at home. Nobody except for the ghost, that is.
Yeah, I was about to say. No!
After me!
Things sure do happen to you, Sniff.
The poor boy.
Please get off the bed. Get off.
Ghosts! Ghosts! Oh. Oof.
Wonder what I can use to make a fire with.
I mean...
That'll do nicely.
I don't think the children have ever played a game that sounded quite like that before.
Yet again, the reactions are always so great. Hopefully there's no zombies.
Someone's here. I can feel it.
He walks around the corner. That scene from Resident Evil 1.
There you are. Stop! Don't go away. I am a poor ghost not to scare you. Oh, well, I guess I was a little scared. I really was. I did meet some ghosts once somewhere else. In a lighthouse on an island out at sea.
Nice callback.
The ghosts had sailed to the island on a great big ghost ship. And my father used to know an island ghost when he was younger, and they were friends.
Oh?
Happy father. I'm sad to say that I'm now the last one of 3 ghosts who once lived in Gobble Manor. That means you haven't talked to anyone for a long time.
2 centuries.
Really?
Dear Moomin, now you're able to understand my desperate plight and my need for an eager listener.
Yes,
Oh.
her name's Dame Elaine, and she wanted someone she could talk to.
I know how to speak to ghosts. By the curse of the forgotten bones, or thou phantom of 1,000 graves.
Nighttime is the only time you'd ever see her. Dame Elaine won't come out in daylight.
A likeness of my fair Sir Cedric.
None of these people have chins.
But he was a proper gentleman, and he frequently used to wear earplugs.
I think it's high time we did something about this.
If we don't, Moomin won't get any sleep.
That pig looked incredibly happy about whatever thing.
Oh, rattler of nocturnal bones.
We're meeting an old ghost friend of Moomin Papa.
We're counting on you.
That is another thing. I am excited. There apparently is like an arc in this series that covers Moomin Papa's youth. I'm excited to see that.
Move into the shed. We have an important guest coming, and we've got to clean the place up first.
Hey, take a look what I found in the barn.
What in the world is that? A grass grabber? Good for grabbing plenty of grass. But I doubt that. Nice.
Oh, he's here. I think he likes the look of the place. Good.
Tell you what, if that's this ghost of yours, I must say I'm very disappointed.
Disappointed? Why is that, little mine?
Well, he's not exactly scary, is he? It doesn't matter as long as he gets on well with Dame Elaine.
I hope it'll work out.
I agree with my.
I declare Manor Park looks as pretty as a picture.
Well, you see, we thought
just
it would
a
be a
spooky
neat idea
sheet,
to
but I
smash
like
the
it.
place up a little for you.
Tis a ghost.
Huh?
What does he want here?
He's come here to pay you a visit.
Who, me? Oh, he does cut a dashing figure. It must be those old-fashioned clothes he wears.
Papa says he's even older than Gobble Manor, and he has royal blood too.
Gracious, and I haven't even done my hair.
You look just fine anyway.
This is kind of cute.
Dame Elaine now.
Just a couple of spooky sheets being adorable. But it's not even Halloween yet.
It looks like we did the right thing by sending that letter.
I think we did.
Very cute, I like it.
And so the Moomins decided to go back to Moomin Valley and leave Gobble Manor to the ghosts.
This batch may end up being more relaxed than the last few. Just looking at the titles of the episodes, it really does seem like this is just going to be a relaxed 5 episodes. You know, like typically I have a lot to talk about with stuff with all the stuff that happens here, but this episode was just relaxed. It was a bit funny. It had its cute moments, but I don't really have much to talk about on it. That's kind of the problem that I run into with this whole reaction format. When I don't have much to talk about on an episode, I feel like I'm not contributing, and that's kind of one of the things about the reaction format. If you're not contributing and making it transformative content, then what's the point? I try my best to insert my own amount of humor, my own editing, my thoughts on the episodes, the themes, etc. But this was just much more relaxed, and just a relaxing episode. Not much to talk about here, but that's every kind of content you can make will always have issues in creating it. There could be lulls of not being able to properly transform the content, but there's always those pitfalls you gotta hurdle. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. That was just a cute episode with ghosts and I wouldn't even say a spooky manor. It was just kind of a normal manor, just kind of dilapidated. But it was a fun episode. I don't have much else to say on it, really. So, I guess I'll move on for now. Very cute, though. I like it. Alright, this next episode's called The Hot Spring. Oh boy, are we gonna have one of those anime hot springs episodes with the booba and all the such? Untidy. Just throw books out on the ground.
That one there.
You'll bend pages. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that hurts. I've broken my leg.
Oh.
Luckily, however, Moomin Papa hadn't broken his leg, but he'd certainly given it a good sprain.
Well, at least it's not broke.
Well, does it still hurt?
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Sprains can be very serious things, you know. You should bathe it in a hot spring.
A hot spring?
Oh, yes, the hot water would do it wonders. I'm told it has a strong medicinal effect. Most fascinating.
Moomin Valley at last.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It doesn't look much like hot spring country.
Listen, I don't care whether it looks like it or not. The experts say it is.
Well, is there a volcano somewhere around here?
Why don't we ask them? We're gonna build a big inn here, and then people will come from all over to soak in the hot water. Really put this place on the map.
Rich people coming to soak in the springs?
Yes, why?
I can rent towels to them.
Well, I suppose we might let you open a towel concession if you help us find the spring. Tell us if you find anything.
Oh, leave it to Sniff. As it would turn out the Lonely Mountains are a volcanic ridge. That would be quite the twist. Oh, nice. The things you see when you go about. Nice.
They're going to build a hotel.
That's what they said.
An onsen.
That's right. Isn't that great? Just think of all the people that would come rushing to Moomin Valley to stay at a hotel
that is
like that. Rich
one
people,
thing
think of the
that
money.
I've got to
I was
do.
thinking about the noise instead.
Like once
I suppose it would be rather
the
useful
world
if
is
people
healthy
did their
again,
legs, for example.
and once
Yes,
I've got
dear, but there probably
once
isn't any hot
once
spring
I'm
in Moomin Valley.
Maybe not.
financially
If there was such a
secure,
thing, I'm sure I would have found it
I'm
before
definitely
now.
going to visit
I bet
Japan.
there is a
I'm
hot
definitely
spring
going to an
around
onsen.
Well, we haven't seen all of Moomin Valley. And anyway, those men must have had some reason for picking this
That is
particular place.
one of my
If I find
goals.
a hot spring, I won't tell them about it.
That's stupid. How do you expect me to get rich if I can only rent towels to you?
But then no one ever said you have to get rich.
So does everyone agree we won't
Sniff
tell
does
them?
though. Snuffkin walks right in. Never mind, he's chilling. Lucky Snuffkin finding it all to himself the first time.
Water.
Yes, of course.
Yes, it is.
Water.
I'm trying to think big here, Moomin. If we had a hot spring in a hotel, it would make Moomin Valley a household word.
We don't want that.
Look, I've got
Well, it already is.
The money.
Wonder where he is.
He's away.
Huh?
Jeez.
Hello there, Stinky.
Why did he
Do you
have to
any
scream
idea
it?
What Snufkin went?
No, I don't.
Do you know what a hot spring is?
It's like a hot summer.
I guess you were right.
Hey, what is a hot spring? Stop! You have to tell me. Okay, wait.
Ah, I soaked myself in it, and it felt really great.
Oh, my goodness.
What's the problem, Papa?
Well, haven't you heard the news?
What news?
There are 3 men looking for hot springs to put Moomin Valley on the map, bringing tourism and sausages.
Oh, dear.
And sausages?
Real pity if they
When were sausages discussed?
Yes, that would be rather an awful thing to happen.
You wouldn't
I'm
like
kinda
a big
hungry.
one to be built near here, Moomin, Papa, would you?
No, of course I wouldn't. Would you like it?
No, and Grandma certainly wouldn't, I know.
She would have to move away to somewhere else, I guess. I can see how it would be. A guided tour to the witch's cottage, people standing in line for fortune cookies, and they'd have to put a public toilet outside your house.
Sounds like a nightmare. Eruption?
I don't believe this.
Oh. No. Industrialization.
My forest, what happened?
I don't think.
It's nothing to laugh about.
Huh? No, I guess it isn't.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not really that funny. That's messed up.
Snufkin!
Of course, Stinky's gonna get in on this.
Hello there, Sniff. Stinky. What's up? Shh. Throw in your lot with me and the sky's the limit. Now, just wait a minute. I'm no crook, and I've got my conscience to think about.
Good boy, Sniff.
Hey, Sniff, let me come along with you. Hey, I can help you look for this spring. Well, if you must.
But this is really the sort of job that needs the powers of a witch. We ought to
Cast a
ask
spell
her.
on them.
Good idea. With her help, I'm sure we'll be able to sort this business out.
Or, like,
Well,
create some
obviously,
kind
it
of
would be in her
illusion.
interest to help us get rid of those men.
Let me do the talking.
Tell her how they'll cut down all the trees and the sun will burn her house all day long.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
And tell her also how they'll build a public toilet in her yard.
Will you stop worrying? It's all gonna be okay. I'll tell her everything. After all, she isn't stupid, you know.
Don't say it was our idea, Alicia.
And I'm not stupid either.
Great line. Well, yeah, sorry, I might be lacking a bit of energy tonight.
Might be nice with a whole load of tourists. Perhaps I could make money selling them love potions. Grandma,
What?
stop it! I can see it now. Pop music around the clock, people coming to visit all day and night, and we'd have enough rubbish to burn all winter. It'd be wonderful.
She's definitely trying at something.
Like that. I know you don't mean it, and it really does worry me. Moomin.
Yes, what is it?
I'd be interested to hear if you have any clever ideas about how we're gonna get rid of these idiots.
Oh, does that mean you are willing to help us to drive them away?
Of course, but how?
You could always try using magic on them.
Maybe you could do something about the weather. Make them believe it's not a good place for tourists because it's much too hot or much too cold. Or perhaps even hot and cold at the same time. Then they wouldn't have a clue.
That would be quite a nice challenge.
Is it too hard?
Nothing is too hard for a witch, young man.
I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. Should be something interesting as always.
Hey, you two, come on out. It's beautiful. What's that? I don't believe it. But it was so nice just now.
Ooh.
What a storm!
Oh, Ted! Come back!
And sunny again.
Boy.
It stopped.
Well, we can say goodbye to the tent.
Never seen such weather.
Oh,
Ooh.
Hey, it's a hailstorm.
Come on!
Hail is a big problem around here.
It changed so fast.
Don't ask me.
Like, it can get really damaging. So, ooh, yikes, yikes.
What? This is crazy.
It's snowing, really snowing.
Oh, it's so cold.
Help somebody! Help!
Oh dear, I guess I really should stand by my friends, but after all, this is my big chance.
Oh.
There you are. Good morning.
I can't take any more.
Don't give up
It's so
now!
good we're all goners this time.
Hi, how are you?
Sniff, please help us, we're your friends!
Huh?
How brave of you to come in all this snow!
Snow? What snow? I don't see any.
You nuts or something? I've never seen such a snowstorm!
What are you doing?
Please help us.
This is the end.
I had a guess there would be illusions. Run, Sniff.
Hey, wait!
At least she's having fun about it.
After that bad experience, the 3 hot spring prospectors never did come back to Moomin Valley. And now that the spring has been discovered, Moomin Papa just can't seem to keep away from it, even though his ankle's been perfectly well for weeks now. In fact,
Nice.
he doesn't even mind getting behind on his memoirs.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, my. Oh, this is so lovely.
Yet another relaxed episode. But, yeah, one of my goals in life, I know I've said it before, but one of my goals in life is absolutely to visit Japan and just enjoy visiting an onsen or two. I want to visit, like during the winter while it's nice and cold, so we got that contrast of cold outside and hot water. I want to visit at least once in every season. See the sakura blossom. Go to I think it's Obon, the summer festival. See what Halloween will be like in Japan. I've heard it gets crazy. But I do like, that's one of my life goals. Once the world gets healthy again, and once I'm financially stable enough to be like save up a lot of money, just hey, let's go. But I'm terrified of the prospect of flying, even though I know it's like statistically 16 times safer than driving. It's still like, you know, I don't know. It's a scary thought for me. I've never done it, but it is that is definitely one of my goals. Go to Japan. Go to an onsen, relax in a hot spring. That sounds nice. Definitely gonna do that one of these days. That's for the future. But that was funny. Really relaxed, really chill. As like I said, this batch is probably going to end up being just relaxing, just chill episodes. Good episodes to chill out to. So, I have no clue what this episode is going to be. It's called The Bubbles, so I've got no clue. But I guess we're just gonna have to see. This batch has been so far been all over the place. So we're gonna see what The Bubbles is all about. Episode 48. We love the moon.
The moon was rising over Moomin Valley.
Looks beautiful.
The moon's full tonight.
Yo, what?
Big, doesn't it?
Yes, and then when it gets higher, it gets smaller.
Who are you?
Smaller, surely.
You can never be sure with Moons.
That's not Moo and Papa! I heard that at some point Moo and Papa's voice actor...
For an awfully long time, if you ask me.
Moo and Papa's voice actor
He
changed.
started building a new design. Perhaps
I didn't
this
know it
next
was-
one will work.
Even so, Moomin, we shouldn't mention the Flying Witch to him.
I didn't know it was going to be
Why
this
shouldn't we do
episode,
that,
though.
Papa?
Because the Snork's working very hard on his ship.
Yes.
But all the witch has to do is straddle a silly old broom, utter some gibberish, and off she swoops, just like that. It seems so unfair.
At least it seems like he's the new voice actor's trying to make it
Go to bed now, Snork.
trying to sound like the original voice actor.
I've done it! This is a material strengthener. If you pour it on paper or cloth, they won't tear.
All right. Is
Ooh,
this
do
your
show.
new design?
Yes.
Doesn't look very much like a ship anymore.
No, the old one was too heavy. It burned up far too much fuel. This new design should be very light, but I haven't worked out how I'm going to make it go where I want it to.
But yeah, I was too distracted by that adorable drawing of Snork on the blueprints.
What are you looking at, little Mai?
But yeah, I water.
Do you think that'll be enough?
Yep.
I think you've got to wait until the soap is dissolved, little Mai.
Ow.
This was just one of those carefree things about childhood.
Is this just soap and water you've got in here?
Should we have put something else in too?
Oh, yes, indeed. That explains why your bubbles are so small.
So what other things do we need to add, Mr. Hemulin?
Well, when I was little, we used to use rosin.
Rosin?
Yes,
Like
rosin
the kind
makes
of-
the bubbles stronger.
like the
so
kind
you
you
can
put on
blow bigger
violins.
ones, and they last longer, too.
Is this the stuff?
It must be.
That should do it.
Let's try it.
Aha, so the Hemulin was exactly right. Let me have a try now.
Yeah, like I was saying, this was just one of those carefree things about childhood. Just making bubble soap and blowing and blowing
They're
bubbles.
great. Yes, but I want even bigger bubbles now.
You're still working on your flying ship, aren't you?
Of course, I'll fly scientifically.
Yeah, I'll get
even
used to
wanna
the
be
new
able to
voice
fly
actor,
using
but
magic and a broomstick.
Of course, you wouldn't Snork.
It's like this. Flying on a broom is too easy. Or maybe not easy, but unscientific.
That it is, but witches have to take lots of lessons before they can fly a broom.
You don't suppose
Yeah,
it's
there
some
are-
sort of trick?
No, it's done by magic, all right.
there are
but they might
points
have
where
chosen something
where
nicer to
my
sit on,
brain
like
doesn't
an
connect
armchair,
that it's a new voice actor. So
Well,
he is
Snork,
doing a good
you
job.
Stick to your scientific methods. Show her it's possible to fly without spells.
It's just much deeper than the original. But I think at some point during this series, the original voice actor had died. I could be wrong on that, but I'll figure that out between.
This way for nothing. You sure the
I'll figure that
Snork
out
stuff
later.
will work in our bubbles? This is a scientific experiment. The Snork will be delighted to know if this goo works for soap bubbles too. Just think, you're really doing him a favor.
It should.
I'll pour some in.
It should
Don't
probably
put in too much.
cause some kind of reaction at least.
Oh,
Yep.
That was rather a lot.
maybe too much.
That's better than not enough, though.
Be careful, little Mai.
Stand back. You
It
never
might
know
be
what
toxic.
happened. It could explode.
Oh,
Oh,
It's going to be too strong.
wow, that's the biggest yet.
They'll make an indestructible bubble.
Snork's invention works on bubbles.
And it's still getting bigger.
That looks like a really strong bubble, doesn't it? And it floats beautifully, too.
It still hasn't exploded. Let's try and send it out through the window. Bye.
Let's blow some more outside. Perhaps we could get them even bigger.
This is really fun.
It will never pop. It will become a menace
Take
to
it easy
society.
now, little Mai.
They will collect and form one super bubble. Oh, there she goes. Always blowing away.
Little My, stop blowing!
Leave me alone. I'm making a super bubble.
Oh, Moomin's gonna blow away with her. Yep. I had a feeling she was gonna get pulled into it.
This is great fun. Why don't you two get into bubbles as well?
Very cute. I mean, this might help Snork with his new air balloon flying machine.
Oh dear.
Force, Snork Maiden, force. I just love that pop.
This is wonderful. It's so strong, it just won't break. Look out, Moomin, I'm coming up there with you. Down.
Now, how do you plan to get out?
Smells pretty good.
Oh no.
Soap bubbles, huh? I think I'll try that. Here goes.
Okay, I thought he was gonna drink it. Oh, he... And that's the day Stinky died.
Your invention is a great success. These bubbles seem completely indestructible.
Come down here at once, Snork Maiden.
We haven't worked out how to control what height they float at yet. Why don't you just make yourself one of these? It'd be a lot easier than building a flying ship, I can tell ya.
Typically unscientific. Hey, where are you all going? Wait for me.
I mean, you could probably stand to learn something from it, at the very least.
Papa, Mama! Moomin is coming down from the sky in a huge bubble.
A bubble?
Snuff!
Came down in a bubble!
Moomin and Little My, too.
And my sister. They could be blown along like that for thousands of miles.
Can't you think of something, Snufkin? We have to find a way to bring them down again.
Our only chance
Moon Papa, don't you have a rifle?
Do you really think the witch would help us?
Yuckin'. Awful bubbles. What's going on here?
Moomin, we're gonna crash into that mountain. Hang on.
Perhaps the air
Good
currents
Lord.
will carry us right over the top of it.
Lesson of the day, don't drink strange liquids you find in the forest. They passed out due to lack of oxygen.
For ages.
Oh
Getting
dear.
separated. This is terrible. Whatever should I do? Don't leave me.
Well, at least she was coming this way.
Look who's here, having a little fly around.
Save me and Moomin and Little My.
And where might they be?
Over there.
Oh, yes, I see them.
Well, that's good luck
Oh,
if
you're drifting apart.
well, that's good luck if there's ever been.
Please, you must help us to get home.
Help me! Somebody help me! Stinky! I can't get down from here, Moomin Papa!
Same as with the others.
Careful, he's foaming at the mouth.
This isn't foam, it's soap bubbles! Don't just stand there, help me!
Stinky's gone rabid, Moomin Papa. I have another reason you might need to get your rifle.
Keep sleeping.
That's fucked up. The thought of Stinky contracting rabies.
Look, there
Jesus
they are.
Christ.
What? With a flying witch?
Snork!
Hi, Snork Maiden.
Oh, thank you very much.
My witchcraft doesn't seem to have any effect on the strength of these balloons.
I think I can be of assistance with that.
Oh, so you're the little scientist.
And you're the big witch.
Some scientist who can't get his own bubbles down from the sky.
Some witch who can't spell a way into a soap bubble, huh?
Snork, stop it.
Oh,
You can argue
science
with me if you
versus
must.
magic. Oh.
You don't need a scientist to light a candle, then burn things and use scissors on them.
No, perhaps not, but you need one to think of it.
I mean...
Help!
Oh no.
Help!
What? another one.
Moomin, Papa, Snuffkin, and Stinky.
Look, the witch is down there. She'll help us.
I'm sure our great scientist here will come up with some clever way of saving them.
But you know I can't fly yet. That's your field, madam.
Please help them.
Oh, well, I suppose I'll have to.
At least she's helping.
Here I go.
That's good.
Thank you, Snork.
So tell me, Moomin, how did you get inside there?
Oh, it was quite easy when the bubbles were fresh, but then they got stronger.
Interesting. That's something I hadn't discovered yet.
What a nice collection of bubbles. Maybe we ought to keep it up here as an experiment.
You couldn't be that mean!
Quiet, Stinky. Don't make any more bubbles.
Whatever are they arguing for?
Don't worry, Moomin. The witch just likes to tease people a bit.
Very true. I bet she's feeling really important now.
Hi. What are we
Well,
doing
she is
back
helping
here?
out. No need to be so sour.
Coming down.
And so the bubble incident was brought to a happy conclusion, with a little science and a little help from the witch, working hand in hand, although maybe not the greatest of friends.
Science and magic working together. That's actually, I think it's usually, at least in stories where science and magic both exist, they're usually in opposition. It's always science and magic being, like, opposed to each other, but it's very rare that it seems like in stories they're allowed to have science and magic coexist as, like, working cooperatively rather than in opposition. Like, there's always science, it's grounded in logic and all this and all that technical knowledge, and magic, it's more spiritual knowledge. It's knowledge about how like the basic forces of the world work, and how to shape and shift and shape them to do as you please, as you will with it. But it's so rare that I feel like that science and magic in stories tend to, like, actually cooperate, because I don't know, maybe it's this whole loaded debate of, like, I don't really want to get into the idea of science versus religion, but it feels like it might stem from that basic idea, that this idea of spirituality and the sort versus understanding, deconstruction and backwards thinking, like figuring out through logic and trying to figure out basic fundamentals and all. How do you really define science? Now that you break it down into something like that, science is just like the process of trying to understand the world, but spirituality is another approach to it. But I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't really want to get into discussing that debate. That's a debate that will never end. But it's interesting to see it in stories, because there's always parallels to it. Even in this, like, I do have in the back of my head this fantasy series that I'm trying to construct. They do rely more on magic than on technology. Technology still exists, but it's like, basically, instead of science and technology progressing forward, it's magic that progressed forward. Like, it's a magic-driven world that everything works off of magic. Their quote-unquote technology, which isn't technology, it's all magic. It's all rooted in the magic system of the world. And the technology is much more in the background. There would be characters that are like, hey, technology can still do wonderful things, but that they're kind of outcast because like events happening that pertain to, like, anti-magic stuff, like the creation of anti-magic forces that would threaten to actually destroy the entirety of the world. So it's this whole thing. But, I don't know. I think I'd honestly like to see more stories where magic and technology work together. Like, create, like, you know... It'd be an interesting thing, and I'm sure it exists, but I haven't seen it if it's out there, which it more than likely is. But yeah, if you execute something like that, if you execute it well, I'm sure it'd be good. But yeah, another just fun, simple episode, but it did have the thing going on between the witch and the Snork, but not for that long. I wish there was more of them interacting, because that is an interesting dynamic. But we'll see what happens as the series progresses. From just that episode, seems like the new voice actor's doing a good job. Like, a lot deeper of a voice than I'm used to, but he seems like he's putting on the same inflections, at least, like holding the same tone of voice. At least it seems like. So this episode is the giant pumpkin. We're gonna get some Halloween-y stuff in here. We're gonna make a big jack-o'-lantern, maybe. It's the great pumpkin, Moomin. I'm terrible. Why do you like this? Why am I like this? Anyway. At least there's not a crashed spaceship here.
No flowers means no pollination. No pollination, no fruit. And we don't have even the smallest bud. Oh, what's this? Wait
There's one.
a minute, Moomin Mama. There's a bud over here, and it's a female flower. Now, just one or two more male ones.
It's a terribly small one. I wouldn't trust that to reproduce.
But Moomin Mama would soon find out how wrong she was.
I'm afraid it looks as if the whole pumpkin crop will fail.
You mean not any?
Yes.
But I love pumpkin pie.
Ooh, same.
Oh, well, there's always next year.
This looks promising. The flower's getting bigger.
Might we still get some fruit?
Well, maybe just one little one.
One pumpkin's better than none. I'll be happy as long as it's big enough to make one meal.
Aww. I mean, Mama's right. One's better than none.
And in fact, there
Nice.
was only one pumpkin, but Moomin Mama was very pleased with it.
Today I shall harvest it.
Good idea. Only make sure you cook it carefully.
I do hope the pumpkin will at least have grown big enough for everyone to have some.
Oh.
This is truly remarkable. I don't think I've ever seen such a big pumpkin.
It was only that big
And
yesterday.
again, the reel's
I just
going
looked
off.
at it today. I think it might grow even bigger.
Huh?
Seeing as this is the only pumpkin in the whole patch, I figured it might somehow be sucking up power from all the others, a bit like electricity.
No, that's not botanical.
Well, I'll let it grow as big as it wants.
That's
an interesting idea.
Also,
That's
I want
not
to keep
botanical.
It can be a surprise to the others.
I see.
In a series
So please,
full of
Don't
magic.
say a word to anyone.
Right, not a word.
Like I've said before, I find it odd for the characters who've been exposed to all kinds of magic to say, oh, that's not scientific or logical.
Thank you. I think I'll go for a walk, Moomin Papa.
To see your garden?
No, I'm going to see Philly Junk. What? Don't you believe me?
Oh.
But I am going to Philly John's, honestly.
Just like yesterday and the day before.
Well, surely there's no reason why I can't go to the same place 3 times.
Oh, no reason at all, Moomin Mama.
She's getting
In that
defensive.
case, I think I'll be going. Goodbye.
I've never seen her so worked up.
How very strange. I wonder whatever's come over her.
Oh, dear. I'm not much good at telling fibs.
Aww.
Well, I admit you can't actually see it now.
I don't think that's going to work.
That means no one knows it's there.
No, but some people are very curious, you know.
Curious?
Yes, when people see that, they may want to know what's inside.
Oh, dear. I don't think I was ever meant to keep secrets.
What's the big hurry, Moomin Mama? I really had to run to catch up with you.
Really? I had no idea.
I'd love to know why you're in such a hurry, Mama.
I haven't seen it since yesterday.
Seen what?
Oh, all right. I suppose I have to tell someone or I'll burst.
Secrets?
Secrets? As always, Snufkin's just wonderful.
Hey, what's that over there?
Stinky, don't touch it! You didn't damage it, did you?
Of course I didn't damage it. That's an enormous pumpkin in there.
Pumpkin?
There's my secret, behind that fence.
Mama!
I only wanted to surprise everybody. That's why I was keeping the whole thing a secret. But now Stinky knows about it, too.
I think it's big enough to surprise anyone. It doesn't have to grow anymore. Stinky? Now, where did he disappear to?
Probably already to tell everyone.
Huh? Where are y'all going?
Oh.
What a huge pumpkin!
Is it still getting bigger?
I'm not sure.
And now I understand why you were behaving so oddly. It's a big secret to keep.
We have to be careful or someone will steal it.
You're right. I don't suppose Stinky plans to keep quiet about it for a start.
Yep.
Moomin Papa was right. People came from all over Moomin Valley to look at
Hey!
the pumpkin.
Isn't this great? We made everyone get in line because they were trampling all over Moomin Mama's garden.
Look at them all.
I did suggest to Moomin Papa that we ought to charge everyone a viewing fee.
That's hardly appropriate, Sniff.
That's what Papa said, too, but it's such a spectacular pumpkin.
I'll pay 100 gold coins.
What?
Please, will you sell me that pumpkin?
Well, I can't.
Huh? But it's worth good money to someone else. Okay, will you sell it for 200 gold coins?
It's my wife's pumpkin. She grew it herself and she doesn't intend to sell it.
Get her here quick. I need to talk to her urgently. Where is she?
She's doing the dishes. But please listen, we can't sell it because we're going to eat it. We like pumpkin.
What an idea! How could you eat a showpiece like that?
Showpiece?
It'll rot eventually. Oh no, Stinky. At least he checked on the pumpkin.
It's still there.
I was worried he wasn't going to take a look at it.
My turn to stand guard.
All right. Thank you, Moomin. I could do the rest.
He was asleep. Hmm. Oh! The pumpkin's gone, Papa!
What? Gone? Oh no! Where's it gone? How could it happen? Oh.
Hey, watch
Good thing.
out, thief!
Time I wasn't here.
Stinky, come back! Wait, Stinky!
Get run over by a pumpkin cart. Ooh. Or run over by the pumpkin itself.
No way! This is my pumpkin now! You can't have it! It's all mine! Oh no!
You get what you deserve. You could use a good bath. It should float, shouldn't it?
The giant pumpkin was too hard for Moomin Mama's knife to cut into, so they had to find another way of getting it open. In the end, they drilled it open with Moomin Papa's tools.
Oh. So much pumpkin. There are a good amount of pumpkin-related recipes I would like to try. Like pumpkin soup. Never had that before. Oof. Wow.
They had an extraordinary pumpkin feast. There was pumpkin pie, pumpkin mousse, pumpkin souffle, pumpkin shortbread, even pumpkin lemonade.
Oh.
This is great!
Well, it's certainly the best pumpkin I ever had.
It's super!
It's really fantastic.
That's nice.
Little Mai asked to have the gutted pumpkin shell to make her own tiny house from it.
Oh my goodness.
There was still enough pumpkin left so that if she ever got hungry at night, she just took a bite at the wall.
That's not gonna last very long, but it's adorable. This batch has just been cozy, and I'm happy about it. Not great seeing Moomin Mama so worked up about trying to keep this whole secret. It's nicer to see her relaxed and happy and just enjoying life. But her being so worked up, it's not nice to see. And of course, Stinky will be Stinky, Sniff will be Sniff, but not as bad as Stinky at least. But hey, at least in the end, they got to eat the pumpkin. That's what they intended it for, so that's good. That's nice. And at the end of the day, all Moomin Mama wanted to make was a big meal for everyone. Get some pumpkin for everyone to enjoy. So, yeah, that was super nice, super wholesome, super sweet. As this batch has been just really chill, relaxed, and like I said, cozy. What do you mean this episode's called The Imp? What, is Jackie gonna be in this episode? If Jackie's in this episode, I'm gonna be quite surprised. My boy will have some explaining to do if he's in this episode of a series from the 90s. Or actually like late 80s, I think it was like, I can't remember, like 89 to 91, maybe 92, sometime around that area. Anyway, enough of that. Gotta go ahead into episode 50, last episode of the batch, The Imp. Oh, I thought it was gonna be little Mai. What are you gonna do, Stinky? Don't harass him, you asshole!
Oh my!
Hey, Stinky!
Harassing an old man, you are just like the worst. Like, there are times where it's just like, okay, sometimes Stinky's okay. Other times it's just like, wow, this character is still the worst.
Would you like it if someone gave you a shove?
Not really, but when you see someone bending over like that, I mean, what can you do? I couldn't resist giving him a little push now, could I?
You simply have to decide not to do bad things. So decide.
You have
I have to decide not to do bad things.
you have credence, Stinky. You're an individual with free will.
Is that so?
Well, do you?
No.
What's the point of telling him?
One should.
Ah.
We should tell Stinky that he has the capacity to change, even though we don't think he will. I mean, that's basically the statement there.
That's a truly great sentence.
You sound as if your writing's going well.
Yes, indeed. It's a new version of the old story about an evil imp who lived in a tree. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
That wasn't perfect timing.
No.
And there you go. All I needed to hear was how he delivered a line that could have more reaction to it with as little reaction as possible. Oh no. Ooh.
I won't give up.
Oh.
I can go up and get it for you.
Can you really, Moomin?
Of course.
Thank you. How
Shadow of the
wonderful to
Colossus
be young.
music starts
You should
playing.
Start studying botany now, Moomin.
Oh,
Take care to get the root as well, please. It's vital.
what?
Gonna be kind of hard to get the roots when they're in between the flower, when they're in between the rocks.
Oh.
Easy now.
What a pretty flower this is. I do feel I need a buttonhole.
That's the Hebulins flower, Stinky, and you know it. Give it back immediately.
But I got here first. I think I'll become a famous botanist, you know?
Is this episode just going to be Stinky being terrible?
Stinky really does have an imp in him.
I don't think a real imp would like to hear you say that. I'm sure Stinky's just being himself, that's all.
Jackie is triggered. Oh. It's they. Sick them on
I wonder if
Stinky.
you've seen a rare plant about this big. Yellow flowers with 7 or 8 petals and red centers. You couldn't tell me anyway, of course, since you don't speak.
Watch them actually come back with the flowers.
Very odd creatures. Oh.
Oh.
That's it. Mr. Hebulin, come quickly. I found it.
Are the Hatty Fatteners still around?
No, they've gone now, and I think I found that plant for your collection.
Let me see.
Safeguard it. Stinky might come along.
Yes, that's it.
He was tremendously bad, even for an evil imp. But when he was finally captured, he whined and cried, just like a petty criminal. I'll be sickeningly kind to everyone, he pleaded. I'll help old people cross the road all day long. But since his captors were able to read his mind, they knew that he didn't mean what he was saying. So they decided to imprison him in a tiny cave where he could do no more harm to anyone. He struggled and squealed, but was powerless to escape, and remains there to this day. The cave is still called Imp's Rest, but nowadays no one knows what the name means.
That's pretty strange, Moomin Papa.
What?
I like it.
It's an old legend that's been told from generation to generation, and no one knows if it's true or not.
How about if 2 of us hide together?
Didn't expect the Philly John kids would be
So
with
long as
them.
I'm not paired with Sniff, he hasn't got a clue and just hides his head like an ostrich.
You take what you get. We'll all pair off with someone when we get there.
I ought to pair off with one of you. Being small is a great advantage in hide and seek. They'd never be able to find us.
I hope you remembered to tell your mother that you were coming out to play with us.
You told Mama, didn't you?
No, but I'm sure you did.
No, I didn't tell her. I thought you were gonna do it because you're older.
Ooh,
Great, so it looks like nobody told her then.
Philly Jonk's gonna be worried. She's going to freak out like, my children have been abducted!
1, 2, 3.
Yet again, Sniff looking like a bowling pin. Ooh. Spooky old tree.
Look over there.
This looks like a good place to hide.
They'll never find us there.
This is boring. Wonder what they're doing.
Hey, stop it.
Moomin, Moomin,
No, they have spotted us.
little Mai.
Suppose they can see me as well?
That's
That is-
impossible. We double-checked.
How could you not tell that voice is distinctly not any of your friends' voices?
I'm not so sure.
I'm just over here.
But who are you, please? Where are you hiding?
I'm right in front of you.
But there's only a dead tree in front of us.
That's right, and I'm inside that tree.
Then you must be even smaller than me, whoever you are.
Now, yes, I used to be very big, but those crooks shrank me and locked me up in here out of spite.
Oh, really?
Believe me, Moomin.
Uh-oh.
It's an evil imp inside that tree.
An evil imp?
Better confess, you're an evil imp, aren't you?
Well, that's pretty smart of you, I must say. I never thought you could identify me. You're quite right, I am an imp.
Just the visual of a tree starting to laugh out of nowhere.
Have you started talking to trees now? We're not talking to the tree, we're talking to the evil imp who's been locked up inside it. Ah, an imp?
Oh.
If there really is an evil imp trapped in there, I think we should keep well away from this place.
So do I.
Just a minute. After 500 years in here, I'm getting cramp. I want to come out.
I bet you do, but that's tough. You're an evil imp.
Not anymore, I'm not.
How is this going to play out?
Oh, really, Sniff?
Have anything you like, young man. Name what you want. I have great power. Ask away.
But we're not sure if we're gonna let you out yet.
He deserves to be let out. You can tell how good he is from what he's saying. Would it be possible for me to have a big bag of gold coins, please?
Of course, you get them when I'm out.
Gee, thanks.
We have a request as well, please.
Go right ahead.
We don't want our mother to be angry with us if we're late for dinner today, Mr. Imp.
Granted, she won't even notice you're missing.
Let's see.
You aren't thinking of letting him out too, are you?
What do we have to do to let you out of the tree?
You should push a straw into the little crack you can see in the tree trunk right in front of you. I'll be able to get through that.
But there aren't any straws here.
Then go and find some. I mean, perhaps in some nearby field.
Oh, yes, of course. Back soon.
Hey, Sniff!
For the love of God, Sniff.
Boiling over with the desire to give you your presents.
Snufkin, please. Talk some sense into everyone, and they're stinky.
What are you looking at, Stinky?
Oh, Snufkin! I'm sorry I took that flower. I wanted to give it back to the Hemulin.
We found another.
Oh?
What are Moomin and the others doing down there?
They're trying to freeze me out, Snufkin. I saw them talking to an old tree.
Hey! I found some at last!
I wonder what he's going to do with those straws.
Oh no. You've unleashed an ancient evil. Well, Moomin Valley's about to be destroyed.
Ugly clouds!
You allowed your greed to destroy everything, Sniff. You've unleashed a terrible plague.
500 years. Free after 500 long years. Now I'll have some
Oh.
fun.
So he was lying.
Of course.
So what will you do now? You'll be a bit out of touch with things after 500 years.
Well, first I'm gonna turn you all into evil imps.
No, you're not. Run, everybody. Help, I can't move.
You really thought you could escape from me?
Oh, how stupid to let him out. I can't believe they did it. Huh?
Be an awesome hero,
We can't
Snufkin.
just sit and let this happen. It's time to go down and intervene.
Hey, wait, Snufkin!
Prepare to be changed, Moomin.
What do you mean?
Since you're the first, I'll let you choose. So what will you be, an imp, a frog, or a snake?
Oh.
Who dares approach me?
I'm Snufkin, one of Moomin's friends.
Well, do you want to become an imp along with the others?
Yes, just the same as Moomin.
Snufkin!
But before we all go any further, there's something important I want to be certain of.
Like what?
How do I know that you are a genuine imp?
How dare you? What do you think I am, you
Oh, yes.
pipsqueak?
A magician? Something from a circus?
Something from a circus? Whatever could have given you an idea like that?
Well, when I saw you emerge from behind the tree...
Not from behind, from inside the tree through a straw.
Oh, no. You don't fool me. You're far too big to be able to fit into a little straw like that. It just isn't possible.
I'm an imp and I can do whatever I like. I have supreme power.
Great, but I still saw you sneak out from behind the tree.
Imps don't sneak, you fool. I'll show
Yes,
you. Will you believe it if I do
Snufkin.
it again?
Well, if I saw it with my own eyes, I would.
Oh, you galaxy brain!
I want to see it as well. I wasn't really paying attention the first time.
Idiot! This time try to concentrate properly.
Yes, Snufkin! Now pull it
Oh,
out.
boy.
Impressive, isn't it? Now you have to believe in my power.
I can move again, Moomin.
Snufkin!
Yes!
Hey! Oh, what are you doing? Don't pull away the straw. I can't get out.
Then you'll just have to stay in there for another 500 years, won't you?
I've been trapped again. He's outsmarted me.
Snufkin, yes! Oh, man! Brilliant! That's amazing. Oh.
Please, little My, your skateboard.
I don't think you know what a skateboard is. You can't seriously expect me to fall for that.
I think we've come far enough, Papa.
Yes.
Have fun being driftwood.
Don't do it. I'll give you anything. Bags of coins, skateboards, anything. You just cast the dead tree far away from the shore and watched it being carried out by the current. And when Moomin Papa got home, he rewrote his story from the beginning to the end.
You know how last episode, with last batch, Snort Maiden dropped a tier? Snufkin just went up from A tier to S tier, in my opinion. He is one of my favorite characters. Fully. Like as the series has progressed, the characters have jumped around on tiers, like Little Mai went from like C tier to B tier, and I'm pretty sure at this point she's A tier because she's such a fun character. She's just so she's all kinds of chaotic, and it's fun to watch her just do what she does. She's a great character. But Snufkin has been consistently like high A tier. I think he just went up from high A tier to just full on S tier character. He just outsmarted pretty much a demon. That was amazing. Just able to think that quickly and resolve the situation with such ease to trick the demon into this imp. They say imp, but it doesn't really look like it. It looks more like a demon. That's what I'm saying. It's just able to just so quickly figure out how to get this demon imp character to get themselves resealed back in their prison. That's amazing. That Snufkin's an amazing character. Like he always has been, but this just proved that he's on a whole level above than I thought, of just this wise, interesting, self-aware, just cool person that he is. No, he's much more than he's much more than that. Snufkin's great. He's just such a great character. And that I feel like that was his episode to shine. At first I thought it was going to be an episode of just Stinky being terrible, doing terrible things, and everyone trying to get Stinky to stop being so terrible, but probably by the end of it he just turned back to his old ways. But no, I did not expect hey, here we have actual demon imp character that tricks the others into unleashing his evil back onto the world, and then Snufkin single-handedly saving the day. That's great. Great way to end this batch. Great episode. This episode really was for Snufkin to shine. He's just, wow. I like that. That was great. MVP Snufkin, MVP. Bet, like, just, holy crap.